Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bright Club, the evening where we mix science, academic key talks, and comedy. I'm just the guy who's introducing the MC onto the stage, who's going to take care of you for the evening. I'm just backstage now in the control room. Are you happy to be here? Woo, several woos, some ghosts in the room, that's good. Alright, let's get started on the night. What we need to do is welcome our wonderful, fantastic, handsome MC, slightly ruffled haired MC out onto the stage. So we're just going to start with a nice round of applause from the back of the room. Oh, let's bring that forward. Wonderful, a little bit more, up to the front. Let's do it, okay, please welcome Steve Bennett! Oh my God, hello everyone, it's great to be here at Bright Club. Thank you all for coming out this evening. Who has been to Bright Club before? Don't put your hands up, this is the opposite of class. Well, actually tonight it is kind of class, because you will learn things. Most comedy shows, what we're going to do here this is nice. Who's not been to Bright Club before? And you just put up your hands right after I told you not to. Okay, you're not that fast at learning, but I tell you what, that's what you're here for. You're here for learning things, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be nice, right? It's like this is when you go to a comedy show, it's going to be laughy, and then when you go to a lecture, it's going to be like learny. And tonight we're going to be like learny laughy. Oh, it's going to be nice, like putting the Maltesers into the popcorn at the cinema. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be nice. It's going to be lovely. You're going to enjoy yourselves. You're going to learn a thing, and there will be a big test at the end. And if you don't pass, you don't get to go home. And that's nice. Who here can you, by way of cheering, can you tell me who here is in the academic community? Who here considers himself not to be in the academic community? Yeah, I'm involved in that one. I used to study French and psychology in Galway. Anyone know Galway? Yeah? Good. All right, wonderful. You're learning things. That's good. So I studied French and psychology. I studied psychology because I wanted to learn about the thoughts and feelings and dreams and emotions of the world. Any psychologists in? There's just one person who thought about yelling and then went, oh. Just got it caught up in there. That's all right. You can shout things. Is anyone in here involved in psychology? Oh, okay, it's the same person, and then someone else who just went ish. Who just went, I don't know, like my dog's mental or something. I don't know what that means. But I studied psychology because I wanted to learn about everyone's, just learn what makes people tick. Do you know what I mean? And what makes people tick. I'm from Laois. And so I studied that because I thought it was important to try and figure out people. And then I studied French as well at the same time, just so I could be reminded not to give a shit about the feelings of others at the same time, because that's important too, to keep you grounded. Any French in? No? Good, okay, so that counts as not offensive. Cool, alright. Awesome. Alright, good. You seem like a nice crowd. What we're going to do is we're going to have 4 acts on in the first half. I'm going to be popping up and down during the night to just introduce them to you and make sure that everyone's sitting facing the right direction is basically my job. And so we're going to have 4 acts in the first half, then we're going to have a little break, and then we're going to have 3 acts in the second half. And it's going to go academic comedian, all the crisscross, Malteser popcorn all the way along. Alright, so it's going to be nice and you're going to have fun. Those of you who've been here before, you understand that. How are you doing out there? Are you alright? I see lots of faces over here, people looking excited and happy to be here. And then there's a row of people over there who are watching me through glass like they're in prison. Hello, everyone wave at those people over there because they're obviously self-conscious and they didn't want to be asked questions about things. That probably makes me want to ask it. You in the stripy top there, hello. How are you? Why did you sit down the back? You didn't think you'd be bothered? You couldn't find a seat up here? There's like 3 or 4 seats right in front of me up here. There was sterling silver seats up here right at the front, sir. Not an observant person. That's okay. It's all right. What's your name? John? John? Melia. Oh, I didn't need your full name. That's all right. I was just confirming that your name was John. That's all right. Good. What do you do, John? An engineer of what? Dreams. Mechanical engineer. Mechanical dreams. Good. All right. Wonderful. Good. All right. Hello, other people sitting along the road there. How are you doing? You all right? You good enough? Can you see okay? You all right? Do you understand what's going on? Is this? Did you not get the joke at all? Where I was sitting at the front with the thing over me for the first bit. Did you miss that? You missed out. That was the best one. That was going to be the funniest thing of the night. Like, that's going to be the best bit that I do, anyway. But it's going to be great. We've got some great comedians on. We've got some great academics on. We might not understand everything that they're talking about, but we're going to try our best. That's what they're going to do. They're going to explain things that we wouldn't normally see, and it's going to be nice. Oh, like meeting your uncle. Do you know what I mean? At the Christmas, and he's had a couple too many drinks, and he tells you some things about some things that you probably weren't meant to know because you're 8. Then him and Dad fall out, don't they? You don't see him for a couple of years. He's So, okay. I'll talk to you about nice stuff. Are there any people in here who are, I know this is quite unscientific, but are there any people in here who are in love? Woo. Oh, the most unenthusiastic woos I've ever heard in my life. And one man just went like that and nearly fell out of his chair. That's alright. Did you come in here with this lady? As a couple? No, okay, good, fucking good, because you weren't going to leave as a couple. Alright, sound. By way of a woo, again, a more enthusiastic woo, especially if your significant other is with you here tonight. I don't want you to get elbowed to death. Who here is in love? Oh, it's nice, isn't it? It doesn't matter if it's your cat or something, I'm not going to judge. That's alright. But, you know, it's nice. Love is, it's lovely, isn't it? Love. Both of you in a relationship together, doing things for each other, and then, but both people think they're putting in more effort, don't they? And one person is like, I'm doing more of this, and the other person's like, no, I'm doing more of this. But how can two people put more than 50% into something? It doesn't make sense, engineer, it doesn't make sense, right? Do, and then sex. So, it's nice to be in a couple, and I was in a couple years ago, and it was nice for a while, and then we broke up because of circumstantial differences. She was like, I want to break up, and I was like, no. True story. So then afterwards, oh God, I found out that she was a fucking lunatic. Which, I don't know if that's better, to find out after the fact, but she really went mad. And the place where she went mad was on the internet. Now, are any of the people in the room tonight on the www.facebook.com? Yeah, that's a popular website with the young people. Cool. That's nice, but that's not the way things used to be. Do you know what I mean? Way back in the past. Bebo. No, I'm joking. No, way back, way back. Way back in the past. After breakups, no one was able to keep track of you with stuff like that, right? Say, caveman times, people living in caves and places like that, hunter-gatherer type people, they wouldn't worry about post-breakup awkwardness. Ugg would be going out with Chug, and then they would break up, but he wouldn't need to deal with the awkwardness of seeing her down at the old cave, because he would just die of old age at 24. It'd be fine. You move through the years to Downton Abbey type Industrial Revolution, war times, and then people were still, dying, if you broke up with the milkmaid that you were having an affair with or something like that, she would just die of cholera and you'd be fine. It sound like, and then you move through the years, like the 1980s, still people, we kind of put a bit of a cap on people just dying over very preventable things, not entirely, but we were working on it by then, right? And then, but if you broke up with someone, you could just turn off your beeper and you could rollerblade away. And wham, all of your troubles would be long gone. But now, don't we? Oh God, now the fuck, we live in the teens of the 21st century and everything's all over the place. Do you know what I mean? You're on the internet now, and when you break up with somebody, your ex can keep track of you, right? And she knows what you're up to. And I wrote a song about the madness that you have when you're looking at your ex, but I didn't want to write it from my point of view because I'd look real creepy. So this is all the crazy shit that she thought. I'm now a woman. Who's that girl you're friends with? You've got a lot of mutual photos. Does she make much money in her job as a skanky hoe? No, it's nice that you two are friends. You've obviously got a lot of mutual interests, like kayaking, and that awkward moment when somebody sees you using the 5-second rule and you're like, I never usually do this. Why do you think I just eat my food off the floor? That's not me. That's Caroline. That's not me. I am crazy about you. And I've got cats. I've got a few. And I've named them all after you. There's Grumpy Stephen, Goofy Stephen, Ginger Stephen, the Steve I like to choke till he makes a little kitty noise like I see you're wearing a new shirt. Did she take you shopping for that shirt? You used to go shopping with me, but I guess you needed a new shirt, cause I've kept most of your old shirts and now I use them to make piñatas and effigies. I am crazy about you. I know where you're going, and I know where you've been. I know when you're ignoring my messages, because there's a little notification that comes up nowadays, Stephen, that says, seen at 3:42 a.m. What were you doing up at 3:42 a.m.? Were you riding one of your whores? Was it Tara T-Stack Stacy, the one with 47 photos of her wearing a stupid fucking red hat from the beach from July 12, 2009? Ah! Why won't she accept my friend request? I am crazy about you. Oh, I've got a body pillow with your face taped on it. I've used some of my blood to write you a Shakespeare sonnet. I crazy about you. Oh, I'll follow you until your life ends, and maybe then we can be friends. Thank you.